Some of you see in the video I posted yesterday, the box I cut out for the electrical switch, since I had to move it over for the trim that goes right here. It goes right through the middle of that switch. It's nice to have it away from the switch so you can paw over. You're not having to go around the switch to try to get to or around the woodwork to get the switch. Because that woodwork sticks out about 3/4 of an inch. Anyway, you're probably wondering how I cut the hole in here and how I got it out with plugs. So like there's the drywall that pulled out of there. Here's the original plaster, so this was what was showing. This border detail is kind of interesting. And then there's like 5 layers, 6 layers of wallpaper in there, probably more. But the original is that red. It looks like there might be a flower or something there. Orange is red. And I dropped a screw. Dang it. Anyway, the way I did it is I marked out the box so I can take the box and put it up here. And now these 2 ears on the top are going to come through to the front side. So when you put the box in this way, it goes in like that, then that little wing pops up and goes and pushes against the back side of it to keep the box in. So you got to make it at least that big. This is that tall. And then you just trace down the sides on either side and trace the bottom at the same spot too, because there's 2 wings on it. So you get your outline of what the box is going to be, connect the dots, make your square. Then in order for me to get through the drywall, because I didn't want to have to bash through it all with a hammer, I wanted a pretty clean hole, I used a chisel. I love chisels. I went around the outside of it and cut through the paper all the way to the plaster. Went around and cut it, and then used a knife to cut the rest of it all the way through. So I used not really a drywall knife, but one with the razor. I used one of these to cut it. I love these knives, by the way. If you ever hate yours, send them my way. So then, after I got that out, I needed to get the plaster out. And the way I did that was with this tool. So I went in here like this. I used my hammer and I pounded in until I got to through the plaster. By the time I got up here, the plaster is pretty much fallen out. And then you just finish it up across the top. And that leaves, by then you probably broke the keys out anyway, but they probably broke the keys out anyway installing this. Which is that part that overhangs the side. In fact, you can see, I can't get a light on in here. Let's see if I don't think it's going to let me. Anyway, the keys are, a little bit of plaster comes down off the lath in the back to hold the lath to the lath. Or hold the plaster to the lath, sorry. And I went in here and I drilled a hole through the lath. This one didn't have another side, but I would have drilled it through both sides. Would have broke out this piece. You could even use a chisel if it's solid enough, but I didn't want to break any more keys back here. And if you start jiggling that too much, you start breaking keys off. And then once that's done, and I got that busted out, then I went in with my pole saw, my Japanese pole saw, and cut up on the top one, which is this saw. I love this saw. Fine woodworking, anything. Cuts really nice and easy. It doesn't deform anything while you're doing it. It's awesome. And cut those out. So now you got a square hole, or squarish hole, in here. I'm not claiming the top of that's very square. It looks square, kind of, but not in the video. It doesn't matter. But that's how I got that out of there. Oh, you can see the keys in there now. See the stuff hanging down on the back side of the lathe? That's what that is. Anyway, it's basically how I got through it. I've seen guys do various methods of it, using it, chisel all around, and really screwing up their chisels doing it, because chisels aren't made to chisel in concrete, and that's basically what plaster is a concrete finish, or a lime concrete finish. You really don't want to use your chisel on the plaster, especially if you have good chisels. If you have a crappy chisel with like a big old chip out in the middle of it, you know, use that. But I don't do that to my chisels. They're too expensive, and they're too I use them for everything with woodworking. Anyway, then tomorrow I'll turn the power off up here so I can move this, take this box apart, pull the switch out, pull the wiring off the switch, mark where the wiring went, and then pull it through, pull this box out, which I explained in the other video. So I gotta bend these tabs back out, pull this key out, do the same thing on the other side, pull the thing out, and it should come out one piece. And then I can slide this one in, this rework box, and adjust the hole to however I need to adjust it. Cat likes to chase her tail on there. She doesn't like to be filmed doing it. She's a cute cat. Very playful. Anyway, just wanted to give you that, and rate, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you next time.